Hello, people, and welcome back to the dark and gloomy, eerie setting of Cool Kicker's Top 5 Scariest Stories, Part 2, or Top 6 Scariest Stories. Let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so kicking us off at number 6, I call this story The Poster That Follows You. So, for my birthday a few years ago, I got this poster of Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games about to shoot you. But I had it above my bed, but it was quite scary, so I moved it. But its eyes literally follow you everywhere. Everyone who's seen it said that the poster is definitely haunted, and I should take it down. Number 5. Basically, one time I went on a 2-night holiday, or a 1-night holiday, with my mum's family, because I'm not really into big holidays with the family, but I went to stay for 1 night, and I wasn't actually feeling very well. I was feeling quite sick, so I went to lie down in my room. Now, there was this ironing board against the wall, and it had like a shadow reflected by the sunlight onto the wall. But the thing is, the shadow was missing a piece. Like a whole bar of metal was not reflected in the shadow on the wall. That has always freaked me out, and I'd wish that I took a picture, but I was too sick to. Okay, so this one's always sort of freaked me out, but I've always known that this was probably in my mind. I'm not really sure. Apologise, I have a cold right now. Basically, one night, I was laying down in bed. It was about midnight, maybe, nearly midnight, and I heard literally my mum's voice say, "Kel." And I was like, "Yeah? What?" Because I thought that she might be on my bottom bunk for some reason. But no, she wasn't. There was actually nobody there. And I just heard my name, and there was nobody there. So a few years ago, if you've been watching my vlogging channel, Legitimate Lols, you may have seen a video called Hiding from the Scary Man in the Loft. Now that wasn't an entirely true title, but me and my friend Elliot were just playing some games downstairs. We were home alone after school, and we heard noises coming from the loft. When we went upstairs, we saw the plate on the loft moving. So we ran, and we kept hearing noises. We were really scared, and that was what the video was about. Although we never actually saw anybody, we assumed that there may be somebody up there, which is why that came in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, this is a series of events which proves that somebody is haunting me. So first of all, about a year ago at my dad's, these buttons started showing up everywhere. Buttons all over the house, and nobody knew where they came from, because we don't really have buttons. Next time, about 5 months later, we were in a car at the petrol station, and my stepmom heard somebody whisper my sister's name, just like, "Imogen." But we never really knew who it was, and none of us sorry, I apologise. None of us else heard it. I think that's the right English. And then, a few weeks later after that, my stepmom heard some noise coming from the kitchen, and she thought my dad was in there. So she went in, but the kitchen was dark, and there was no one there. The weird thing is, I also heard that noise, and I'm pretty sure adding this to the poster, that proves my house is haunted. Okay, so the reason that this comes in at number 1 is because this has been the most scary thing that ever happened to me in my entire life. It happened to me, my dad, my sister Emmy, and my brother Seb. One day, when my stepmom was at work, we all went out for a walk in a place that used to be called Rosie's Woods at the edge of Suffolk. Now, this place was pretty much abandoned, and there was only 1 car or 2 cars in the car park. So we went into Rosie's Woods, which was now called Butley Corner, if you want to go there for yourself. But the old path that my dad knew had been destroyed, so we had to find another way around. Along our route, we saw these 2 people. I remember them very clearly. An old man wearing a brown jacket and a little girl with black hair, pale face, and a pink coat. They just said hello as if they were regular people. But then, about a few hours later, we came to a crossroad. It was like 4 ways to go, and we had no idea which way to go. So we went to this gate, and then we saw the 2 people again. We said hello and we asked them which way it was to go back to the car park. They pointed us in a direction and we said thanks. But then, after we'd taken about 5 steps, we turned behind us and the girl had literally doubled in size. Literally, she was 2 times as tall as she was, and any of us will say that that was the truth. We went along that way for a little while and we didn't get anywhere, so we turned back and just decided to take the whole route of the woods again. But about 2 hours later, we were in the exact same place that we were before, at the crossroads. I kicked myself, and I had a feeling in my stomach that was really bad. We got back to the car at about 7 o'clock and went to get a McDonald's. We could have been there all night, and the way that they pointed us in, that would have never led back to the car park. We would have died if we continued to go along that route. Anyway guys, thank you for watching my top 6 scariest stories. If you're new to the channel, please drop a like, give me money, give me views. These stories are all 100% true. I love you guys. Bobster!